Hello and welcome to the October episode of Celebrate Meridian, our monthly look at all things Meridian. Tonight I'll be joined by Brenda Sherwood. She is our Economic Development Administrator for the City of Meridian. In just a few short minutes, we will be talking about how the energy truly is in Meridian and how it relates to our economic development and our business community. Speaking of our business community, fall is in the air, so it must mean that we just completed another successful Meridian Business Days. This was the 5th time this event has been held, and we saw several hundred people from local businesses gathered at City Hall on September 9th for a free day of guest speakers, workshops, exhibits, and networking, topped off by an outdoor luncheon in the plaza, catered by some of Meridian's favorite restaurants. I'd like to thank the businesses and individuals who volunteered their time, talents, and products to make this event continue to be a must-attend event. This is a great annual event. There are many other great opportunities for members of our business community to learn from one another. Each month we have the Vibes BB, which is a book club, a business book club which meets in downtown Meridian at the Grotto. Last month we found unexpected lessons and inspiration in Dr. Seuss's book, Oh, the Places You'll Go. To learn more, find them on Facebook and take part in that discussion. We also have the Ultra Clean Smokeout each month, which is a great networking and learning opportunity for our business community. Each month there is a featured speaker, and the event includes a lunch and networking opportunity. Sign up on Facebook and come to learn more. Another way our business community gets involved is with the Mayor's and CEO Kids Book Club. This month we are starting our new season with 45 eager 3rd, 4th, and 5th graders who will meet monthly at the Silverstone Corporate Plaza to discuss some really terrific children's books that are recommended by Meridian Library. I'll co-lead each discussion with the president or CEO of a local business who has stepped in as a sponsor. This year, we're fortunate to have leader readers from St. Al's Meridian Health Plaza, Bank of the Cascades, Cable One, St. Luke's Children's Hospital, Citigroup, CH Tuam Hill, and United Heritage. Together, we'll show Meridian's youth that leaders are readers and readers are leaders. Another way we'll engage our local business community is encouraging them to hold coffee with the mayor. This gives them an opportunity to showcase their business to the community and provides the city with a chance to learn more about that business. Our next Coffee with the Mayor gathering will take place November 2nd from 8 a.m. to 9:30 at ESI. ESI is located in the beautiful new Portico Tower on South Louise Drive on the corner of Franklin and Eagle. We will certainly talk more about our local economy and some exciting commercial development that is setting the stage for an exciting and prosperous future in just a few minutes. But right now, I'd like to talk about a student who is taking the time to learn more about the City of Meridian as a participant in our Mayor's Office intern program, Vincent Kuntz.
Boise State student Vincent Kuntz is a new breed of student leader. Vincent is a store manager at a local office supply store, interns at City Hall, and participates as a master's student in public administration. Vincent takes the bulk of his classes in the evening, allowing him to work and intern during the day. Vincent loves his internship because it provides him with options for future career growth.
I think the internship experience gives you a lot of options. You get to get a smattering of different options as far as economic development, seeing what's going on inside of the government. You can different projects to work on, and networking with different people.
As an intern, Vincent is spearheading a customer service task force focused on improving the experience for community members interacting with different city departments.
What we like to accomplish through the task force is, come up with a Meridian way of doing things. What kind of things would a customer expect in the city of Meridian as opposed to somewhere else?
With a strategic approach to leadership, Vincent identifies patience as a key characteristic that great leaders should possess.
Knowing that you've got to be able to get from point A to point D, and having the time frame to go, okay, I know that this can't happen overnight.
Vincent Kuntz, the Meridian Future Leader of the Month.
Vincent does a great job. If you or someone you know is interested in volunteering in the mayor's office or for the city of Meridian, contact our Human Resources Department and we'll find a way to use the talents that you possess. Tonight, I am joined by Brenda Sherwood. She is our Economic Development Administrator for the City of Meridian. We are going to be discussing some of the amazing projects that are taking place in our community and just what the city is doing to help our businesses grow and attract new companies to Meridian. Brenda, thank you for joining us this evening. Maybe you might begin telling our audience a little bit about yourself.
Great. Well, thank you, Mayor, for having me this evening. I am Brenda Sherwood, and I am a recent transplant from Chicago, Illinois, where I have almost 14 years of economic development experience in a variety of specialties, including tax incentives, loan programs, public policy, and strategic initiatives.
Well, very good. And one of the things that really struck me when we first talked is you have a very broad background in working with the existing businesses and communities to help them succeed and to grow.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and that was actually one of the things that drew me to Meridian, is because you worked on that same platform. And it is important that you work with the companies that are here in the municipality, because those are the ones that are going to create probably about 80% of the jobs in your city.
That's very true. Well, we have been hearing now for the last couple of years that the energy is in Meridian. So what's going on in our community that keeps people talking about us?
It's true. The energy definitely is in Meridian, and I'm thrilled to be here. One of the first things that always comes to mind when people are talking about growth, and I know you have had phenomenal growth in Meridian, but the first thing that comes to mind are companies that continue to grow. And so when we talk about growing companies, the first thing on everyone's mind, of course, is Sensi. Sensi has been growing at a phenomenal rate, and so when you're passing by Pine and Eagle, you'll see a lot of construction going on, and that's their new 48-acre campus that they're building, a new office tower and a almost 200,000 square foot distribution center. They are truly a success story. When you think about a company that started here, started in their garage, and now employs over 700 people, or around 700 people, and will continue to add more jobs.
Well, and they're very loyal to the city of Meridian. They were birthed here, and they have moved 4 different locations, and now they landed themselves in their permanent home, and it's just really exciting.
It is exciting. And not only that, they've just recently tapped into the international market. So I think we'll see them continue to grow at a phenomenal rate. In addition, right down the street is PKG. It's the user interface company that just started building their new construction. Actually, I shouldn't say just started, because they're just a few weeks away from their ribbon cutting. This is the first building of hopefully more to come. They're going to increase their jobs by about 50%. So it's really an exciting piece for our health science technology corridor. So they too are also growing. In addition, we have a company that's coming in from out of state. We just recently have been working with our regional partners, and ProService is coming in. And ProService is a call center that, in addition, has a distribution center. And they will, at the end of this year, have about 75 jobs. Now, I know people sometimes will say, Okay, a call center. Well, I have to tell you that the reason that they are so attracted to our area, and I think when we had gone on a retention visit, you heard this as well from Citibank, they said to us, Idaho people have sort of that compassion and characteristic that a lot of companies are looking for to help with their customer service. So they found that our customer service is by far the best throughout the United States.
Yeah, that's great. It's exciting to hear that we have new jobs coming in, and just great news on the horizon. Now, you mentioned that we have a lot of commercial projects. Some of these are commercial, some of them are employment. But can you tell us what type of commercial growth that you have seen over the last decade in Meridian, or that the city has experienced?
Yeah. You know, one of our greatest advantages in Meridian is the fact that we are the center. We've really become the hub for commercial, for a lot of commercial growth, and that includes both retail and restaurants. And so we are seeing a variety of national chains and small places coming in on Eagle Road. So I like to kind of call that our hub. One of the things that I love to talk about is our Hobby Lobby. Hobby Lobby actually throughout the United States has the highest sales right here in Meridian. So that's definitely something we can boast about as far as our retail market. In addition, Pins just opened, as if Wahoo's didn't already have a lot to do.
Yes.
Now they have Pins.
Very exciting.
Very exciting. Great for families. There's 24-lane bowling alley there. In addition, one of my favorite places is Ling & Louie's at Portico. Great Asian fusion restaurant. In addition, we have Roser's grocery store coming in. And Roser's is really exciting for us because they have something called Huckleberries. And Huckleberries is a holistic food area that they'll have in the market. So it'll be very similar to a Whole Foods or a Trader Joe's.
Oh, I talked to people who are very excited about Huckleberries coming in.
Yes, I am too. And then, of course, there's Fast Eddie's, as we were just driving over here, passing by Fast Eddie's over on Overland and Locust Grove. And what's kind of fun about that, they really do gas stations, convenience in a whole different manner.
Oh, it's very classy. You go inside their little mini mart, and you have just a plethora of choice of drinks and food and beverage that surpasses all.
Exactly. It's more of an upper scale convenience stop. You can get gas, you can get your oil changed, and you can get a car wash, probably something that I need. And then, of course, their Center Cal is actually getting started now. This is going to be an exciting center over near our new park. But Big Al's is coming in. And Big Al's is a national chain, but it's family owned. And so they have a few locations through the Northwest. And they will have sports monitors, they have bowling, they have video games, and great food. So there's something for everyone in the family.
Really exciting, the family entertainment that's coming to town. Now, Big Al's will be part of Center Cal, which is on the corner of Fairview and Eagle Road. A lot of people have been waiting for that lifestyle center to move ground, and it sounds like they're getting ready to move forward with their plans as well.
Exactly.
So good things on the horizon in terms of that. Now, with all the commercial growth comes along with what we like to talk about, and that's jobs.
Of course.
What has our job growth been, and what are the trends in our community for where the jobs are being created?
Well, we're actually very lucky because while a lot of cities were losing jobs during the recession, we actually continued to grow certain industries. And of course, two of the biggest industries that we have in Meridian is, of course, our commercial, because we are that hub, so retail. But what I'm always excited to hear about is how our healthcare continues to grow. So we're seeing a lot more of jobs in the healthcare industry, but not only that, more and more companies are moving in because of our healthcare initiatives.
Yeah, and the healthcare area is really at the forefront of growth in Meridian. And according to the Department of Labor, jobs in the healthcare industry will lead our job growth in Idaho through 2016.
Correct.
So the core is key to that. Can you tell us a little bit more about that health science and technology corridor?
Sure.
And what's making it so dynamic?
Well, first of all, I think the best part or the best way to describe this is just to kind of talk a little bit about corridors and what they really are. When we start targeting an industry, and like any good economic development professional, you come in and you look at feasibility. And one of the first things that you measure is what companies are growing and who's hiring. And what that really boils down to is what is our core competency. And in our city, it's healthcare. We continue to grow our healthcare jobs. Not only that, but we are also, many of our hospitals are expanding at a phenomenal rate. So those are the two things that we look at. So healthcare is a big part of that. Now what we want to do, there's already this success building, so we want to build more upon that success. For instance, one of the things that we do, of course, with our retention visits, when we go and we talk to them, we ask them a couple questions. We say, what suppliers do you use? And if we could locate another business in the area, exactly who would that be that would benefit your business? So oftentimes it's either their suppliers that we're contacting to try and get them to move into the area, or we're working off of referrals that they have given us as well. The key behind it is that if we create this area with all this synergistic energy, that they will be able to build on and collaborate in the area. For instance, the idea is for them to, number one, share educational resources. Number two, look at sharing lab facilities, even research. That's how Silicon Valley was grown. In addition, you're looking at workforce. Obviously, we're building an incredible workforce here. So healthcare agencies and clinics, they want to move to the area because they know that there's a supply of that healthcare. So there's an array of different synergies that can be created with these companies.
Okay, so Brenda, you've talked to us about what is happening in the core and some of the activities underway there. What are we doing in the rest of our business community in connecting with our local businesses?
Well, and that was something that you and I touched base with at the very beginning, and it's, a paradigm that I believe in, something that you stand on, is that we do grow our own businesses. So it's very important for us to meet with each of the businesses that are in the city so that we can find out a variety of things, such as what are their needs, what are they doing, how can we help them, what would help them grow. I mean, these are the companies that have been in our city, supporting our economy, employing our families, and so we want to make sure that we take very good care of them. So we've started our retention visit program, and that's been extremely successful. And when we do meet with them, there's a variety of things that we're doing. And number one, the biggest one is building that relationship. I'd like people to think of myself as sort of a liaison to, a variety of government services and incentives, things that I can help them with. But also, like I said, finding out what their needs are. What are the programs that are available for them to maybe hire new people, like the new Hire One. These are all things that are important. And then, of course, we ask them, what companies can we help target so that we can help your business grow? So it's very important. And as I mentioned before, almost 80% of the jobs that are created by the companies that are here and have been here, and we hope will stay.
Well, we've had a lot of fun, and it's been very interesting going out on these retention visits, and we've discovered some real gems in our community. Can you tell us about some of those?
Sure. There's so many. I could be on here all night. But some of the ones that stuck out, for instance, is Air Inc. They are the largest raft manufacturer here. They're actually the largest in the nation. And they have several contracts, and most of those are with the Coast Guard. So it's really neat that we're producing this high quality for our Department of Defense type of product. That's one of them. Another one, as we're talking about Department of Defense, also Northwest Machining. Northwest Machining, it's a small shop. You could drive by it, and just not even see it there. But what's so amazing is they are working with giants in the Department of Defense, like Lockheed Martin. But not only that, our aerospace with Boeing. So they have contracts that we just didn't even know about. And this is phenomenal. It's right here in Meridian. So Idaho Urologic Institute is another one, as we were talking about earlier. They do a lot of clinical trials. Trials that companies in Chicago and New York are interested in.
And people are flying into the area to participate.
Yeah, and not only that, but they have state-of-the-art technologies that people are coming from all over the United States to get treatment there. So once again, another big piece.
Well, we're finding treasures all throughout our community, and it's very exciting. Brenda, thank you for joining us here this evening. If someone wanted to get a hold of you, what number do they reach you at?
They can reach me at 489-0537, and I have an open door policy. Please call.
That's great. Up next is a profile on a Meridian business, a leader in physical therapy. This Meridian business has seen tremendous growth in our community as they continue to focus on relieving pain in the back, neck, knees, and everywhere in between. Join me as we feature Meridian Business Rehab Authority.
With a commitment to providing top-level service, Rehab Authority therapists specialize on providing top-level support designed to focus and treat the patient's needs.
So let's say you hurt your back, you start asking around, what did you do, what did you do? And everybody means well, and they're all going to tell you what they did. The problem is for most people, those things don't work. And so it takes on almost like a lottery type of characteristic. People run all over, put heat on it, put ice on it, stretch it, go to the chiropractor, go to a therapist, go to a doctor. Who's right? And that's what makes it really tricky. So what we've done is really cut down on all that clutter. We really help people get to the right treatment for the right problem for the right reasons.
Rehab Authority therapists specialize on providing top-level support designed to focus and treat the patient's needs.
The problem with back and neck pain, though, is there's still so many opinions. People fall in love with their one thing they do. And it's sort of the old adage, if you're a carpenter, every problem's a nail and you fix it with your hammer. We don't want to be that guy. We really train our therapists, send them to literally hundreds and hundreds of hours of additional training so they can be experts at this topic, not just dabble in it.
While Danielson believes that Meridian is a community that is business-focused, he is also quick to note many of the community amenities that make Meridian a great place to call home.
For us, Meridian's always been a no-brainer because most of us live in Meridian. We really like the schools, we like the atmosphere. Meridian's easy to start a business in. So we have 16 clinics, and most of them are here in Idaho. We have a couple of out-of-state ventures, and one of the things we've learned very quickly is we probably took it for granted how easy it was to start a business in Meridian. Meridian offers a tremendous package, makes it very simple, very easy to open any type of business. Yeah, we always encourage Meridian for a variety of reasons. Once again, easy to get in and out of, easy access. I mentioned it earlier, but we feel like if we want to, we can call the mayor today and ask a question, and she'll get back to us. And that's what's really unique. You see the mayor everywhere. She's at every event, she's at every gathering, she's a very public, accessible person. And that's not typical government. And that's what we love about Meridian too, is it's big enough, it has everything you need in terms of services, but small enough that I know half the people that work on this city level government, and that makes it very nice. And they know me. They recognize me when we go places.
Rehab Authority, committed to their patients and committed to Meridian.
Now, one of my favorite parts of our show is when we get to answer a question from our community as part of our Ask the Mayor segment.
Maybe her thoughts on the direction Meridian is heading as far as growth is concerned, the schools and with the economy the way it is. So
That's a great question. Meridian residents, like those in other communities, have felt the effects of the recession. The city has tried to be receptive to our community's needs, and that is one reason why the City Council chose to forego the 3% property tax increase that is allowed by law over the last 2 years. We know that gas, groceries, and other goods costs more, and we are doing our part to reduce costs to keep city expenses low. Regarding what the city can do to improve the economy, I think we've discussed many of those options tonight. Ultimately, government doesn't create the jobs, businesses do. But it starts with being a community that is business focused. Our prompt permitting process ensures that building development can move forward in a timely process. We also build strong partnerships with our Chamber of Commerce and other key business stakeholders. When you combine that with an unsurpassed quality of life, you have a community that is built for business and designed for living. As mayor, I want the city to support and foster a healthy business community, but it is up to our area businesses to develop products and practices that lead our economy into the next decade. Well, we are at the end of our program. I'd like to thank Brenda Sherwood for joining me this evening. You can always view past episodes of Celebrate Meridian on the city website at meridiancity.org. And you can join me on Channel 11 every Thursday at 8 p.m., where we will find new and exciting ways to celebrate Meridian.